I purchased the Universal XL HD lifter by GarageSmart for about $500. It comes with two motors. Each are capable of lifting 100 pounds, so the maximum capacity for this kit is 200 pounds, and I'm well below that. You can purchase additional motors if you have a heavier load. Hello, Mike here from Mike Overlanding. This episode is about the installation of the Universal XL HD lifter. The reason I bought this lifter is because I want to be able to lift my rooftop tent off of my Jeep Gladiator, and it really is a 3 or 4 person job, and with both of our children in college and it's just me and my wife, it's just too much for 2 people to try to lift it. The rooftop tent weighs about 149 pounds. We do keep sleeping bags and pillows in there. I don't know, is that 15 pounds? And the lifter can go up to 200 pounds, so we should be well within the specs of a lifter. One of the questions that I get from time to time is, can I run my Gladiator with the rooftop tent on it through a car wash? And the short answer is no. I've tried. There was a wonderful car wash locally that I was using, and they had those spinning type things with the cloth things that kind of wipe your car and clean the dirt off and put a little elbow grease in it. Well, the core of those is metal, especially in the top. And what I found is as they spin around, somehow they're not reading the correct end of the Jeep here, and the metal pieces started scratching the finish on my rooftop tent. So I've got some electrical tape on it right now, but I'm going to make that look a little bit better, but I don't want to continue to have that happen. The height of the Jeep with the rooftop tent on it is about 7 feet 4 inches. The very top of the rooftop tent has a domed like feature, and there's a solar panel and a fan in there, and that's where it kind of gets the finishing touch and making the height. One of the things I want to mention is I paid full price for this. I'm not getting paid to advertise this. I haven't installed it yet. I believe it'll work. I hope it'll work. I bought this from the same folks in Denver, Colorado, who sold me the rooftop tent, and they use this. In fact, they have this installed at their shop, and that's what they use to lower the rooftop tent onto my Jeep when I bought it. Here's the back of the box. You can put a canoe up there. You can put all kinds of things, bicycles, a top to a Wrangler, anything. So I'm going to give it a try. The other neat thing about this, and there's a sticker in front of it, but once this is up, it's controlled with an app on your cell phone. So I think that's going to be pretty handy. The first thing I'm going to do is disconnect the rooftop tent from my bed rack. And I've got a 13 millimeter size here. And there are 6 of these, 3 on each side. And once they're disconnected, I'll be able to lift the tent off. Here's a look of what's inside the box once you open it up. They've got a whole bunch of stuff neatly packed in here. Inside this box, I've already emptied it, are these items over here. And I think the very first step they want me to do is to put these straps underneath and set up one of these poles and get that ready to go. They also have instructions. And the way they give you instructions is you got to go online and get them. And I was able to go online and print them off because I think it's easier for me to go through it page by page and check things off than to kind of always look at a phone or something. So that's how they set it up. I've gone ahead and placed the straps around the rooftop tent. They call this a frame, and it's adjustable. And I've attached the straps to the frame. They call this the Smart Track, and it comes in 2 pieces. I don't know if you can see where I've connected them. And they come with two connectors. You really only need one. I guess this is if you wanted to attach a third one on here. And you simply use an Allen wrench and screw and connect this piece together. I started the screw using the long end of the Allen wrench. However, I quickly needed to switch to the shorter end because I needed more torque. That screw is a little bit tight to get in there, but that is a good thing. Okay, now comes the fun part where I get to drill a hole into the ceiling of my garage.
Supposed to go 3 inches at least. Now that isn't going to work. I assume that the way they have this drywall connecting here, that there was a joist up there. But I don't think the joists go this way, they go this way. So I'm going to have to figure out where the joists are. It looks like there's one right here. And drill a hole in it, but I want to make sure I get the center of it. Okay, I believe we found... Yep, I can feel it going through wood.
They say go 3 inches. Once I have the first hole drilled, I'm going to take this screw and insert it and get it up there nice and snug. But not too tight. There we go. It's a little too tight. All right, now it's drilling some more holes and getting this permanently attached. The next step is to connect the lifters, which there are 2, to the rail. I've already connected one, and now I'm going to connect the other. Searching for a hole on the side. Oh, got it. One's in. And the other pin is in. And this carabiner goes on the end here. And actually it looks like I gotta move this down one so I can put the carabiner on the last hole here. As you can see, I've already got some more of it done. I've attached these devices, and I can't remember what they call them, but it's basically the power source. And there's you're able to daisy chain this unit to this unit. And then there's a cord that connects this to that lifter, and there's a cord in here that connects this to that lifter. And what I'm doing now is simply putting these in, tucking in the power cords to kind of make it look nice and neat. And the power cords don't really want to stay in. There's these little pieces that can go in between. Pop this one down, slide this guy in. There we go. This power cord up here, and hopefully it'll stay. And snap this one on. There we go. Another one done. The kit comes with this neat little device. You peel off this and stick it on the ceiling, and then you drill this screw into the ceiling, and it holds this in place. And then the extension cord, the power cords, go under here, and you simply snap them in place. Then there's this little rubber piece that can come out if your cord is thicker and you didn't want to use this, but it does kind of hold them in there pretty nice. This is what they look like when they're in place. I drilled this one in place and 2 others. And this is what it looks like once the installation is complete. In the instruction manual, the last few pages talk about downloading their app onto your phone, and the app uses Bluetooth to communicate with the two lifters. And you do some adjustments to make sure that they're level, and the neat thing is that you can preset the low level you'd like and the high level you like. So I've preset it to automatically stop at the top of my bed rack, and I've set the top level so that they want you to go no closer than 6 inches to the ceiling. I've got a high ceiling here, so I got plenty of room for that. You can override that, so if ever I wanted to bring it all the way down to the floor, I can do that. It's a pretty slick app after you kind of get it adjusted. And the other thing I want to mention is not only do they have the manual, but you can go to a YouTube video that they connect you with, and they'll walk you through how to install it. So I'm going to do a demonstration here of lowering nice, and I'm going to raise it now. The first 5 or so times that I was raising and lowering it as I was leveling it and setting it up, it would only raise maybe 6 inches or so and stop, and it would indicate here that it's got a leveling overload or something like that. So I would just raise it again and it would go another 6 inches. So it hasn't happened since then. I don't know why it was doing that. The manufacturer or the guy I bought the tent from, the business, says that the rooftop tent weighs 149 pounds. There's no way I've got more than 50 pounds in there. I've got a sleeping bag and 2 pillows. So I don't know why it was doing that, but whatever, it stopped doing that, and it's working really good right now. You'll notice on the bottom of my rooftop tent that I've got some screws, bolts sticking out the bottom. And the way I make sure that they're in the right place is I lower the rooftop tent and then I stop it before it gets to its final resting place, and then I can slide those bolts along the rail there to where they need to be, and then push lower again, and then they'll lower. So right now, since I haven't moved the Jeep and they haven't moved that, it perfectly fits. But I know that, you know, next time I bring the Jeep back in here, it won't be in exactly this spot, and I'll have to tweak those a little bit. But it's so much easier than, you know, having to get neighbors or try to get 4 people to do this. I can do this on my own and get it ready to go. And I can wash my Jeep and drive around, and with gas mileage and wear and tear on the rooftop tent, you know, it's just nice to be able to drive without it on there. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching. I hope this was informative.